because of their business achievements and philanthropic efforts in the Hispanic community. We would like to take a moment and recognize the Mexican American Veneers Association, who has supported us with great variety of wines that we'll be tasting tonight and enjoying, of course. And we would like to invite you all to support our Latino wineries in the wake of the 6-point.
I want to thank the sponsors, the Hispanic Chamber of Commerce, and the students for being part of the Hispanic Business Salute. Thank you all for being here tonight. Without further ado, Mr. James.
Thank you. So first I want to acknowledge and thank our continuing partners for over 19 years, which is Erica Diaz and her whole team at Telemundo. So we would not be doing this event without them. So thank you so much, Erica, for all you've done for us. I want to thank and acknowledge all of our local chambers. This California Hispanic Chamber is an organization that has a long history, and we haven't necessarily always had a smooth running organization. But here in the northern region, we actually have had a very highly organized group, and we have set the model and trend for the entire state. And we are seeing that this same type of Hispanic business event is also being done in other parts of the state, and we have set the trend for that. And we've done the same with our expo, which we had today. This was the second time we've done it. So the thanks really goes to our chamber staff, our chamber volunteers. Most of the chambers are run by volunteer folks who have jobs, who have companies, who have businesses of their own. So we work hard to create this organization, and today we're here to honor some of our members who have succeeded and have done well in their business. So join me in thanking all those businesses and recognizing them for how hard it has been to get to where they are today in a position of success. So I wish you all the best. Thank you.
Member of the Hispanic Chamber of Commerce, welcome. This is the first time that I believe that you've held this event in Contra Costa. I think to me, it's like God's country, one of the best places in the state to live, and we are very happy to have you here hosting this event. I also want to say that locally our Hispanic Chamber was the only chamber that actually grew in size during the recession. And I think that's, yes, give yourself a round of applause. And I think that's a reflection and a key indicator of how important Hispanic businesses are to the economy of the state of California. When you take a look at the changing demographics, we cannot be successful as a state if you're not successful. And the support you give to both emerging businesses and existing businesses is absolutely critical to their success. The other area that I really admire about the Hispanic Chamber, you know, my business background's in finance, but my heart is with public education. And I appreciate all the work and support you give to our students, because if we don't make sure that every child succeeds, we will not be successful. You will not have the workers you need. We will not have the innovators we need as a state, and California's economy will look very different.
And what James and the Chambers of Commerce, along with the rest of the group, asked me to be the operations for A&W and Long John Silver's. Oversee 148 stores. Then after that, they asked me to do 40 more. So I oversee currently 188 stores in 4 different states: California, Colorado, Utah, and Washington. And I was selected to be a board member for the company that I work for, and I actually own a piece of the company. We have 350 restaurants in 4 different states. I'm on the board of directors for Long John Silver's, the first Hispanic ever, the only one. I also was a board member for A&W, and it was too much. So I said, I gotta get out of one of those boards, so I'm home too. This morning I was in San Diego, the LGS convention, because we had a board meeting where they told us the brand is sold. And anyway, so we're going through some changes. So This is my family. I have 3 kids. One of them goes to UC Riverside. The other one goes to San Francisco State. And my youngest daughter, she's 11. She goes to a Catholic school in Hayward. That's where I live. My office is in Union City. So let me start from the beginning, because I show you who I am in my career, my professional career, but that's when I was born, a long time ago. That was in Oakland, Jalisco, Mexico. Oakland, Jalisco is only known for 2 things: a great carnival, and because Carlos Santana was born there. Defining moment number 1. Early in my life, my parents had some land, and so my story's a little bit different. You know, I didn't work in the field, but I did help. We used to hire people to go and pick up tomatoes and peppers and avocado fields. We have a whole bunch of cows and pigs and you name it. So I learned about the field, a little bit of crops and you name it. I went to University of Guadalajara. I was going to be a lawyer. But you know, I started when I was in college, I was 14.
Oh, 14.
So 14 years old. So you just imagine a 14-year-old guy in college. Let me tell you why I went to college when I was little. This is the reason. So what is that? Well, my parents, they still ask us to clean, anyway, take care of the pigs in the house. So, I figured that the reason that I was skipping classes, you know, went from 1st grade to 3rd and 5th, and when I was in high school, I skipped another grade, is because I think the teachers didn't want to smell me anymore. So that was one of the defining moments. I was actually a pretty good student. I used to get LAs. I think I got 1 B in my whole life. So, I was doing so well that my parents asked me they said, what would you like as a present? Because you are doing good in college. I was in my 3rd year of college. And I said, no, I love the San Francisco 49ers. So I would like to go and see a game in San Francisco. So he said, well, I don't know, you don't have how are you going to get there? And I said, let me figure it out. So I looked for different ways, and I tried that one, and we got stuck in the water.
Oh! That's not going to work.
And then I figured, well, let me try a different technique. So we tried that one right here. But I actually ended up getting a student visa. I came with some friends to the United States to watch the game. I actually saw us to play together. Nice. Then, at the game, I met this person. She was from Italy. Just imagine, a young kid in high school and college. None of the girls wanted to date because she was the youngest one. So, she introduced me to the United States very well. So, if you don't do that, then your business don't succeed. You gotta take care of your customers, both internally and externally. Take care of your employees, take care of the people that bring the money to the till, to your business, or whatever business you have. This is a very truthful statement. The customer's experience is never going to exceed the one of the team members. If you treat your team members correctly, they're going to do well. You take care of them, they're going to do better. If you don't, think they don't care about your business, they don't. Some other things that we all are in the people business. Regardless of what kind of business you have to make sure you take care of the people. You know, when you think about a project, when you think about I was talking to this lady sitting on the table and she was talking about ice cream, and you got to think about seeing future back. I always do that. So you got to see what the vision is for whatever business you have. How do you see that business working? What kind of profit you see that you're going to be making? What is going to be the labor cost? What is going to be the type of business model that you're going to have? Because if you don't start that way, then you move very, very, very slow. And even if you are on the right track, you get run over if you sit there. You gotta move fast. You gotta know where you're gonna end up. You know, think about yourself and think about when you say, somebody asks you, can you go to my wedding? Oh, I'll try. That means you're not going. Eliminate that. I don't try to do things. I just do it. I don't try to buy a car, I just buy it. Why not? This is another statement that I really like. You choose how you treat yourself. The food that you eat, the way you dress, the people you hang out with, and you also choose the way you want to be treated. If you're a mean person, nobody's going to be happy treating you well. So you have to make sure that you choose well. If you don't, then that's how you get treated. And then you cannot develop character through just being quiet and making it easy. Things are hard, but if you use a future-back approach, you can actually make it happen. It's because you empower the vision that you have into what the potential end result is. You know,
looks like something's fun, Gala. I'll talk to you when this is over. Thank you all for coming. This shouldn't take more than a minute. Please take a seat. We'll get right down to business. A gentleman by the name of Frank Thomas recently passed away, naming each of you in his will.
Who is this?
Frank Thomas, he was keeper of the lighthouse out on the point.
Excuse me, but I think I must have been called here by mistake, because I didn't know this man. Me either.
Frank Thomas, neither did I. Yeah. Well, it's my understanding that many of you would not remember him, but he remembers you, or someone very close to you. So,
how much did the poor sap leave?
Oh, yes, you're right. He wasn't a man of much means, but he did leave each of you an envelope.
Can you repeat that? This is my lucky day.
There's your marks.
Yes.
John Griffin.
Here.
Donna Wilkins. Steve Nielsen. Barbara Wortley.
I'm Barbara.
Thomas Christensen.
I'm here.
Jennifer Lee.
That's me.
Paul Johnson.
Down here. Wait a minute. What is this? Is this some kind of copy?
Come on.
Why aren't you watching this?
Please, come now. I assure you that this is not a joke. Each inheritance, no matter how insignificant and trivial, was of great value to Mr. Thomas. He went through a great deal of trouble to put these into your hands. As I understand it, each object represented a turning point in his life.
So let him keep them.
Now, each of you will find a letter in your folder from Mr. Thomas, explaining to you the value of his gift. Now, although I can't force you to keep these endowments, at least feel an obligation of courtesy about reading his letter. After that, you can do as you please. And thank you for being here, and have a good day.
Mr. Griffin, many years ago, before beginning work at the lighthouse, I was miserably unemployed with a young family to feed. I was down to my last few dollars. Essential groceries that day came to $16 and 90 cents. When I reached for my money, it was gone. I was humiliated and heartbroken. As I took my wife by the arm and started to leave, someone touched me. John, that man was your late father. I was only 1 minute in his presence, but I'll never forget him. He didn't have much either, but he had something I really needed. He had character. I spent the last 50 years trying to pass on all he gave me in that single 1 minute encounter. John, I'm now returning the money your father gave me long ago. Now, you carry the baton. Sincerely, Frank Thomas. Dearest Mrs. Williams, I never thanked you for the difference you made in my life many years ago. I was watching from the lighthouse the day you lost your daughter on the beach. What a sad day it was. Though you didn't notice me, I cried along with you. Oddly, we lost our own child not long after yours. She was my inspiration and my life. The loss was more than I could accept. I became very bitter. Life lost its luster. Months passed, but the dark cloud stayed with me. It hung over me like a shadowy shroud. And then...
Beautiful day, isn't it? Would you like a flower? Yes, for your loved one. There.
You dealt with your loss and were able to carry on. Your smile gave me the courage to go on as well. And your flower has been my constant reminder to keep my head up regardless of the storm. Thank you, Donna. I'll give your darling daughter a hug and a kiss when I see her. God bless. Frank Thomas.
Thank you.
Dear Richard, your shell is the one object I valued most. I felt it was finally time I returned it. You see, many years ago, this shell belonged to you. You were young, recently married, and hopelessly in love. As I happened to pass you on the beach that day, you didn't notice me, but I couldn't help noticing you. How happy, how dedicated to each other you and your young bride were. You made me quite envious, you know. My own marriage was fading fast, but you two set my mind racing back to a time when we were totally in love, like you, and very happy. As I watched you, I heard a phrase I had forgotten how to say. I love you. I've heard your words every time I've looked at that shell. It's given me the courage to swallow my pride. so much more enjoyable after that. Thank you for the power of your example and those few well-placed kind words. Frank Thomas.
Yes, Richard Marks calling for Jeff Goldman. Thank you.
This is Jeff.
Jeff, it's Richard.
Hey, the divorce papers come in?
Yeah, I've got it right here. Say, hold off for a few days.
But I thought you couldn't wait.
I know, but something's come up. I just need to give it one more try.
You feeling okay?
Yeah, I'm feeling fine. Actually, I haven't felt this good in a long, long time.
Hey, you're right.
Thanks.
See here, parts came to 198, labor was 230, total comes to 447 with tax.
Oh,
Something wrong?
I had no idea it was.
Looks like 200 even.
Here, well, here. Thank you so much. You are so kind. I'll never forget you for this.
You know, somehow I think you're right. Okay, take care.
Treasure of the moment is in the kindness of your words above the dark.
That was really good.
Roll it.
California Hispanic Chambers of Commerce and our sponsors present the Hispanic Business Salute 2014 honorees. And our first honoree is...
I believe that querer es poder. You want to do something, you can't do it. We have done it. I'm one of those that came to this country with absolutely nothing, not even speaking the language. And I was able to become the president of the Oakland City Council. So just imagine what you can do. And that's, you can do as much as you want to do. You know, I'm hopeful, I know that I'm speaking to the next president of the United States, or the next senator, or the next mayor, or the next congressman. I know that. And it's up to you. It's up really. Querer es poder. You can do anything you want to do, and nobody can really stop you from doing that.
Please welcome Ignacio de la Fuente, recognized by Hispanic Chamber of Commerce of Alameda County.
Un gran orgullo, un placer. Primero quiero felicitar y dar las gracias a Telemundo, Canal 48, y the California Hispanic Chamber of Commerce. All of us know that businesses in California and across this country are the ones that really produce the jobs, and especially small businesses. So I've always believed and feel that you're the ones that really make not only this country work, but this state work, but this area work. Especially the local chambers of commerce. Very proud to be a member of the Alameda County Hispanic Chamber of Commerce, and very proud of the fact that I'm here tonight with you. So thank you very much for this honor. Really appreciate it. Me and my wife really appreciate it, and I feel very honored to be here with you tonight. Gracias.
Northem, I'm a dentist, and I came to this country in luncheon and see how they smile. I tell my patients, the young ones, you gotta keep going, you gotta keep doing what you're doing, because you're going to be proud of being Latino and show everybody that Latinos can.
Recognized by the Bay Area Central American Chamber of Commerce.
Muy buenas noches. En primer lugar, quisiera, por supuesto, dar las gracias desde el fondo de mi corazón a la Cámara Hispánica y Centroamericana de Comercio y a Telemundo 48. I'd like to thank from the bottom of my heart Hispanic Chambers and Central American Chamber of Commerce. Y quiero decir únicamente dos cosas. La primera es que yo no sé si yo realmente merezco o no merezco este galardón. Yo creo que habría que preguntarles a mis pacientes. Yo lo único que les puedo decir es que desde el momento que empecé a ejercer, mi objetivo ha sido siempre ayudar a mis pacientes. Desde que estaba en la escuela dental siempre tenía el ideal de querer ayudar a los semejantes. From the bottom of my heart, I always wanted to help my patients, even when I was in dental school. That was my primary goal. But en el campo dental, para poder servir de la mejor manera a los pacientes, a nuestros pacientes, uno tiene que estar constantemente aprendiendo nuevas cosas, porque el campo dental es un campo que cambia prácticamente todos los días. Y yo he viajado por todo este país, por todos los Estados Unidos, tratando de aprender nuevas cosas, nuevas técnicas, nuevos materiales para poder servir óptimamente a mis pacientes.
Get in charge. I was always supervisor, manager position, foreman position. I always had my own crews, so I was good at stuff. And that in 2008 was kind of like just like the last straw. I knew I never wanted to be in a situation like that again, and I wanted to do something for myself and for my family.
Please welcome Elias Landa, recognized by the Hispanic Chamber of Commerce of Contra Costa.
Hello, everybody. How's everybody doing? Good. Well, yeah, that's me. It was a big deal just getting up here. Back in 2008, after everything happened, obviously, it was a big deal just taking that step. But it's funny, I remember just working for other people and realizing that one day that I have the power inside me to be self-employed. If I put the same energy, focus it into something for myself and for my family, which I've done, and here today now in front of me. But I wouldn't be here alone. I know I only have a few minutes, but I'm sorry. But I wouldn't be here alone if it wasn't for my family. I'd like to thank my mom for showing me how to be strong at an early age, and thank you, Mom. Also, I'd like to thank my mother-in-law, Carmela, who's shown me a lot for my personal life and also business, because she's an entrepreneur herself. My wife, I think that speaks 1,000 words right there. Thank you. And my two kids, who's shown me how to have fun again. Be a kid, stand up, stretch out, get in and out of trouble, right? I still have a few things up my sleeve though, all right? And a special thanks to Telemundo. Thank you for putting me on my mother's favorite channel. And Hispanic Chamber of Commerce, Contra Costa County, the CAHCC. Yeah, you're over there. Yeah. Anyways, thank you very much, everybody. Have a great night. Don't drink too much.
Nowhere better for us to go because we knew all about the wine business. We knew about growing the vineyard. And here it is, high-quality wines from the Napa Valley with our name on them that now are allowing us to continue to keep working so that our younger generations, and for me especially, my daughter and my niece, to continue their education. My daughter just graduated from the University of California at Fresno. She has a degree in enology. She's a winemaker, and she speaks French. She is ready to head out to any of the wine regions in the world. My niece is still in school and is looking for a career in medicine, and at the same time though spends a lot of time learning about wine so that she can be helpful to us with our events.
Je l'aidais de travailler avec mon père devant. Je pense que l'industrie du vin c'est très intéressant. Il y a beaucoup de vins de tout le monde et on peut goûter tout le vin. Oui, je suis très contente avec mon père et son travail de vin qu'il a.
Please welcome Lidia Maldonado, recognized by Napa County Hispanic Chambers of Commerce.
Buenas noches a todos. Good evening, everybody. Public speaking is not my thing, so I wrote a little something. And I'd like to start by thanking Telemundo and the Hispanic Chambers. In particular, my chamber, the Napa County Chamber. They have me here because they nominated me as their Woman of the Year a couple of years ago. I am one of the owners of Maldonado Vineyards, just a small part of what we are. We are a small family-owned operation. We are farm laborers turned winemakers. And my daughter, who's here, as you can see, is our teacher. She's going to follow in the family business. And that's what I'm proudest of, for her to see how hard we've worked, that we've established a foundation that she can build upon, and be an example for especially the Latina women out there that we can do whatever we want.
Yes, literally being in San Francisco on my own after college, going, I miss the food. And so I decided, how can I share the flavors from when I was young? How can I share that with other people? Because I know we're missing it, not only for people that are not Latino, but also us, you know, second and third generation that miss our homes, that we don't have 6-5 kids, you know, we don't have one, or we have a lot of friends, but we don't have the culture with us at all times, at a whole different level. So I decided that if I'm gonna, you know, have my hot chocolate, lo voy a hacer nieve, and I can bring it to the parties and share it with people, and that's what ended up happening. I started making them with the recipes at home, sharing it with people. They're like, oh, this is so great. This takes me back to grandma's house. It takes me back to my mom's house. And then I'm like, that's it. What makes me happy is to see people happy. The moment I learned that it wasn't about me, that it was about everybody else and what I can do for them and how I can help them pursue anything they wanted, or to, you know, be able to convince them that it was possible, or give them advice, consult them, that's when I started really being happy.
Please welcome Nancy Rosales, Del Niños Hispanic Chamber of Commerce of San Francisco.
Thank you so much. I'm super excited. I want to thank all of the chambers, Carlos Alarcón with the Chamber of Costa Rica County, and the Chamber of San Francisco, Hispanic Chamber of San Francisco. And I feel like I've had a relationship with a lot of the chambers. And I'm finally like, hey, I feel like this is it. You know, the chambers come together and be like, hey, Nancy, you worked hard. And I've worked really, really hard with all my sisters. I always dragged them to the business. I'm like, vas a hacer nieve, you're gonna make so much. And you're like, oh, you're gonna pay me? I'm like, you know, sister love, sister love. So I convinced a lot of my family to join. My tias would help me. Everyone always got involved, and obviously nobody got paid, sweat equity. So I love you guys. And I just want to say thank you. This is awesome. To have this, and at the end of the day, just I'm a quote girl, so I love quotes. Be what you want to see in the world, and what you wants you even more. So I really appreciate having this award, and Telemundo, thank you so much for coming together with the Chambers to make this happen. I really appreciate it. Gracias.
This was a vision that Carlos had, and I supported it. We were very, very grateful to have people through our initial business that were willing to support us, not financially, but with giving us the opportunity to use really quality grapes. I mean, you're starting with a very good grape, great quality, and then the rest is up to you to make it happen. Really, the recognition came about a year ago when I entered our wine from 2007 into the Harvest Fair. And he was a little nervous about it at first. And even on the day of the event, we walked into that event to support the industry, to support the people that we are around all the time, to celebrate their efforts. And to walk in there and be told by someone, your wine won gold, I will never forget that moment in my life. It's transformative. Sometimes sitting here right now in this moment, I know that this is going to be something that we look back on and go, gosh, that couldn't have come at a better time.
Please welcome Linda and Carlos Chavez.
Gracias por darnos esta oportunidad. Gracias a Telemundo primeramente y a Sonoma County Hispanic Chamber of Commerce. Cuando empezamos la bodega hace 8 años, la empezamos pequeñita y la mantenemos pequeñita, pero entre los dos la hemos trabajado grande. Linda quiere hablar un poquito y lo va a hacer en inglés, aunque sabe español un poco, pero le vamos a dar la oportunidad que lo haga en inglés.
Yes, I'm a child of the 70s. So Carlos and I met by chance, to be quite honest. Walked into a gathering just after telling a girlfriend I'm not going to date for at least 2 years. There's a moratorium on dating for me. And then that night I met my husband. He confuses our anniversary date with the year that we first met. So it's quite cute. When he took a position with the agricultural company, which I mentioned in the video, we have another company, I gave him something that you probably can now see in Office Depot, but at the time, it still resonates with me. And it's a motivational plaque that we still have, and it says, it's about the journey, not the destination. And everyone here, and everyone that is even here in spirit, including my grandmother and Carlos's mother, are part of our journey. And it's true. Like the Harvest Fair, I will never forget this moment. One moment, and although she's part of the Napa Chamber now, was Donna Zapata reaching out to me and introducing me to the Sonoma County Hispanic Chamber, and has become a lifelong friend. Has just expanded us that much further with this greater chamber family. And much like Carlos, I feel that the chamber, when I met him, why it was such an instant connection is much like the chamber family, and that is we all share core values around family and hard work and perseverance and determination and a belief in helping others and doing business together. And I think that that just goes hand in hand, and I feel like we're going to have a future with this wine because there's a lot, it's like that. Wine is a living thing. And I may be taking too much time, but I just want to say to the students, seize the moment. Big and small, all of those things blended together are your journey, and may you reach your destination, and may it exceed your dreams and expectations, because I know tonight has exceeded mine.
And it's grown so much that seeing them work so hard really was what motivated me to allow people to work smart and work hard, but work smart as well. For me right now, success is being happy, of course being able to live in Silicon Valley, but being happy and being healthy and enjoying what I do day in, day out is success. I get satisfaction in helping people when they walk into my office not knowing anything, feeling frustrated, confused, lost, and when they leave my office it's a deep breath that they take, and it's just a feeling of feeling accomplished. They'll tell me, you know, this is great, I should have done this sooner, I feel so much better now. And that's the feeling that I love to give. I love to provide value to people. So that's why I do this.
Please welcome Xiomara Vielma, Next Financial Group, Hispanic Chamber of Silicon Valley.
Good evening, and thank you, Telemundo, as well as the Hispanic Chamber of Commerce of Silicon Valley. It's an honor to be here tonight. When I attended Santa Clara University back in 2002, I graduated as a finance major, and upon my graduation, there weren't that many jobs available. I knew I wanted to get into the financial services industry. I knew I wanted to help people with their goals, with their investments, etc. And of course, it only pays a commission. So I was told, if you can make it within the first 5 years, then you definitely have what it takes to stay in this industry. And the challenge that I had was, I'm female, I was 23 years old, and I was Latina. Well, of course I still am. In any case, it was a challenge, but I now have an office. I'm independent. I have an office, a beautiful office actually, and I'm growing. And every day is a challenge. Every day I question myself, am I doing what I'm supposed to be doing? What else can I be doing to help out the Latino community? But like I said in my video, I truly enjoy working with people, and I really do sleep well at night knowing that I definitely provide them the best value that I possibly can. To the future, the recipients here who will be receiving scholarships, I have to say, go for it, exactly what my predecessor had mentioned. Definitely, if you know what you're doing, you have to work really, really, really hard. And please don't forget, the moment you get your very first paycheck, definitely set aside some of that money for your future. Thank you, and thank you to my husband and to the Hispanic Chamber of Commerce of Silicon Valley.
Buenas noches, ¿cómo están? Okay, I'm going to talk very little about myself, a lot about CAHCC Permanente, because we're doing some good work. But I'm really honored to be here this evening representing CAHCC Permanente at the Hispanic Business Salute.
On the 18th Annual Hispanic Business Salute. I would like to personally congratulate everyone here tonight, especially the Hispanic owners and leaders of the Bay Area. Para mí, una de las áreas más bonitas de todo Estados Unidos. It is you, the business owners and leaders, that make this such a special place for Latinos. It's still amazing for me to remember when my family came to the U.S. and there were so few Hispanic-owned businesses and so few opportunities open to Latinos coming to this country. We moved around quite a bit and overcame some pretty tough times. I could never have dreamed that I would be able to have this wonderful career in broadcasting in my native language, en español. And it's the grassroots growth of local Hispanic businesses that contributed to making that possible. It is up to us to instill pride, hard work, dedication, and that drive, el deseo por un mejor futuro, to our children, our next generation of leaders. A special congratulations to the new generation. Your honors are well deserved. With this recognition, it seems to me that each of you is off to an already successful start. Felicidades y adelante. As I wrote in my book, however bright the future may appear, there are still many challenges we face as Hispanics in this country. Our support of the next generation will hopefully instill in them the same passion and drive to succeed as they keep the legacy of leadership alive. Again, felicidades and congratulations to all.